Hi guys. Sorry, just arranging things. Yeah, looking forward to a lovely little stretch today. I think it's a quiet class. We've got a little Halloween weekend. Those autumn weekends leading up to Christmas now get a little bit busier. So yeah, amazing. Thanks for logging in. We'll get started in just a minute. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Love a good stretch with all of you. They're doing it live or you're on catch up. Absolutely brilliant. Cheers, guys, for meeting me on the mat. Yeah, looking forward to a little stretch and a little strengthen today. We're going to work a little bit more thinking about our core today, but just pulling in a little bit of the elements from last week's class as well. I thought there was quite a strong but lovely sequence that we worked on with our warrior threes. And that's really good for our core as well. So we'll play a little bit with, again, getting into that similar sequence in our warrior threes, kind of like flowing side to side. Yeah, a really nice one. And then sometimes it's nice to come back, and obviously repeating movement is really healthy, right? It's really, we do it all the time. I try to change up the sequences, but ultimately the poses are the same, and they do just make such a difference to our body. Even if we did like a similar practice every day, it would be just as beneficial. But I think changing it up is nice for kind of brain and body, and just kind of getting into every little bit of us strengthening and stretching. So anyways, looking forward to it. We will start on our backs today in our Shavasana to begin, just so we can kind of drop out into a really cozy, soft space. Make sure you've got a drink if you like. I love a hot drink. But yeah, if you want a nice bit of water, make sure that you've got that. Creature comforts around, and then find a lovely place where you can have the back nice and long. I'm taking a nice little stretch, arms alongside the ears to start. It just kind of felt like the right thing to do before I slowly find that lovely soft position on the floor. And again, if the lower back feels sore at all, just continue to keep the knees bent, maybe even wiggle them a little wider and drop the knees in. That's really good. If you feel like the feet are a little bit too close towards the tailbone, walk them out and drop them in and just feel really relaxed here. Takes a little pressure off that lower back. And equally, if you feel all right, choosing the knees bent or extended, either one, absolutely perfect. And if you do have the legs out, maybe wiggle them out a little wider. Use up that space in the house. Take advantage of doing it from home. Lift the head, draw the chin in, and slowly just relax down. The option to wiggle the shoulders down away from the ears. Amazing. Try and maybe get any little wiggles out of the hips so that you can really fully soften and let go. And if you haven't already, just begin to close the eyes. And just find any last movement, anything you feel that you could do to make yourself feel comfier or cozier, any last little click or point to the toes and flex that feels good here. Just get that little last bit of movement kind of out of the system and see if you can find that lovely place of stillness. We're going to close the eyes and soften and relax the skin on the forehead. Just see if you can really let go of any tension held between the eyebrows. Breathing in nice and slow. And breathing out. Taking another lovely, slow, deep breath. One of my favorite bits of the class, those first few deep breaths. Inhale, nice and slow. And exhale however it comes. Just try and slow it down. Lovely. Again, another third deep breath in. And slowly exhaling. Beautiful. And as you begin to soften, kind of connecting with the breath here, allow yourself to just check in. I think it's really powerful to ask yourself, as often as you can, how are you really? How are you feeling in this season? How are you feeling physically? You know, it's really common that we pick up colds, little headaches, little aches and pains. as the weather gets a bit colder. Just check in. What is it that you need physically today? Maybe set a little intention. Maybe it's to relieve a headache. Maybe you want to just move and feel that lovely stretch. Maybe the spine or the back feel a little bit tight. Whatever it is, physically, what would be your little intention? Next, just taking a nice deep breath in for me, inhale. And slowly exhale. And just taking a little bit of time to ask yourself, how are you emotionally, mentally this week? Whatever comes to mind, if it's like, do you know what, I'm all right, or whatever kind of comes to mind, maybe I'm just feeling a bit blah. You just check in on that and ask yourself if there's anything you could do to either continue to nurture that feeling of feeling good, or maybe if you're feeling a bit blah, honor it, don't judge it, don't feel like there's anything wrong with it. Just recognize it, take a deep breath in, and slowly exhale. Just ask yourself as you move through the practice, what is it that I need? What do I need in this moment? What do I need from this practice? And what do I need maybe this week just to help me feel a little less blah, a little more pep in my step, I suppose. And whatever comes to mind, take that with you as you move through the practice, moving through your physical and maybe your emotional intentions today. All right, we're going to invite you to bend both knees and bring the feet down onto the mat and just bring them a little closer towards the tailbone, walking them in as far as you can. Good, you can have the eyes closed still if you like. We're just going to squeeze a little in the glutes here, push the palms down into the mat and lift just a little bit. The slightest little bit to feel that stretch in the tops of the legs, maybe getting a little feel of the spine, and slowly come down, feel every vertebrae of the spine, make its way onto the mat. Good, breathing in and squeezing the glutes, lifting a little bit higher if you like, maybe not, no worries. Draw the chin in towards the chest, pushing the hands into the floor. Feel that little bit of extra stretch in the neck. If the body wanted to go higher, listen and just take it as you need it. Take it slow. You don't have to push too hard. Good, relaxing down, breathing in and out. Squeezing in the glutes, lifting up a little more in the pelvis, drawing the chin in, with the option either to stay here if that feels good for the spine and the neck, or you can interlace the fingers underneath you, maybe wiggling the shoulder blades in towards each other a little bit more and pushing the hands down into the mat. Try not to look at the screen when you do this. Bring the neck into the center. Feel that nice stretch. You don't want any strain in the neck. By looking side to side. Once you find it, find that stretch, find your little bit of your edge. Remember, it's our first stretch in the spine. Breathing in, slowly exhale, unravel that pose, coming down, allowing the spine to slowly make its way down, down, down onto the mat. Really feeling it, connecting with it. Beautiful. Breathing in again. And slowly exhale for me. You've got it. One more time if you'd like, either staying here if you think that's enough for you, or squeezing in the glutes, taking a little bit, maybe lifting a little more in the pelvis, or maybe taking it a little further to get that whole body stretch in the neck, a little bit more in the upper body, maybe interlacing the fingers, you choose. Maybe notice if the knees are bowing up, can you squeeze them in towards each other as you push a little more into the heels. 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. And then come out of that pose if you chose to go up, and coming down. Well done. Relaxing down. Just let everything soften and take a nice slow deep breath. Inhale. Oh, and slowly exhale. Beautiful little stretch of the spine. And draw the knees in. You can have them wide, or you can draw them in and give yourself a little hug, little counter pose. Also an opportunity at the beginning to check in those hips. How are you feeling? Take your lovely little side to side movement, little rocking, little massage of that lower back. Maybe integrate the neck left to right. So we're stretching it the other way. Waking up the neck, moving the neck opposite to the knees as you rock for 4. Nice job for 3, 2, Last one coming back to center. Good. Relaxing the chin. Draw the chin in towards the chest, knees squeezing, and slowly bring both feet down onto the mat. Well done. So starting to work a little bit into the core. We're going to draw the knees in with the option to draw the nose in towards the knees with it. Give yourself a little squeeze and drop it down. Everything comes down at the same time. So you breathe in here on the floor. And then we're going to push that lower back into the mat, draw in, give yourself a little squeeze. Again, the knees could be wide or in, you choose, and slowly bring it all down. Good. Inhale. And squeeze, drawing it in, big hug, oh, and drop it down. So thinking about pushing that lower back into the mat. Inhale, and squeeze it in. And drop it down. Good. One more, drawing it in, little hold here if you like. Option to take the hands away, reaching in the same direction as the toes. Maybe point those toes, feel long, push, 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 3. Little smile, you got it, 2. And 1, bringing everything back down onto the mat. Lovely little start, good job. Inhale, let's draw both knees in, bring your big toes to touch. We're gonna take little hips and core as we work the knees wide into circles and in. Good. And as you do this, see if you can connect that lower back into the floor as you draw them away, feeling a little bit of that strengthening in the center. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. For 5. Lovely. 4. Inhale and exhale. 3. Maybe let a little smile come into your practice now. 2. And drawing them in. We're going to take it the opposite direction. So start small. We draw them away, but the knees are together. We swoop them wide and we draw the knees in towards the center. Good. And draw them out. If that feels too much, take them really small or go back to the other direction. It might feel fine. You choose. Ready? Trying to keep the big toes touching. 3, 4, 3. Good. 2. And 1. Inhale. And exhale, drawing it out, hand in. Breathing in, little squeeze. And bring both feet down onto the mat. Nice job, team. Dropping the hands down along the floor. We're going to draw that right knee in. We're going to flex the heel and kick it up. Hello to the hamstrings. Good. Bending the knee. And then we're going to kick it out. You got the option to stay here, or you can tap it, and that's we get a little work in the core and we lift, drawing it in. Good, flexing the heel. I can almost feel that like sound of like on that first extension. I don't know about you. I always have the tightest little hamstrings. End of the day or morning, they sometimes feel slightly different. But again, taking this movement up and out. As quick or slow as you like. You've got it, team. Inhale. And exhale for 5. Drawing in from the core. 4. And your lovely, lovely lengthening, working everything in that hip flexor to the hamstring, to the ankles. You've got it. 2. And inhale. And exhale. I invite you to finish your last one. The option to extend and hold that leg up and just work the ankle in circles. And again, this is actually working into the core itself. Good. And work the ankle. 3, 2, and 1. Let's bend the knee and slowly switch sides. You've got it. We're going to flex the heel and kick it up. Just a little bit to start and build on it as you go. Option to extend and tap the heel. Remembering if this feels a lot, you can make the movement much smaller. Or you can just bring the foot down. So extending and kicking up in whatever way that feels good. All right, for 5. Good. At your own pace. 4. Inhale and exhale. Just enjoy that movement, the breath. Deep breath in. 2. And the last one, finishing it off. Inhale and exhale with the option of potentially extending that leg again and rotating the ankle. Again, you can keep the knee a bit more bent if you wanted to do that. Just see what feels good. Rotating the other direction for 3. Inhale and exhale for 2. And 1. Beautiful. Drawing it in and down. Beautiful work. Good. Inhale, we're going to reach the arms up towards the ceiling, interlace the fingers, bend the elbows, and push the fingers and the palms out, getting a nice stretch there. Oh, inhale, if you've got the range of motion, reach the arms up alongside the ears, maybe arch the spine and see if you can get a little stretch in that lower back. Oh, should feel really good. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring the hands back up above the body and bring the palms in. So facing, we're going to separate the hands, bend the elbows, and bring the fingertips just behind the head, just behind the ears there, maybe thumbs on that kind of upper part of the jaw, kind of near the ears. Inhale, we're going to just lift, push the lower back into the mat. Feel like you're lifting the chest up. The hands are there to support the neck, not to strain it. So see if you can hold and flatten that lower back into the mat. Just feel that little bit of a crunch. Inhale. And as we exhale, slowly come back down and relax. Good. Inhale, lifting. Bring that lower back into the mat for 3. Little smile for 2. And 1. Coming back down. Exhale. Inhale. And slowly exhale, lift. 3, 2, and 1. And slowly bring it back down. Good. Last one like that, holding here, option to bring the hands out and reach on either side of the legs towards the toes. There you go. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bringing it back down, relaxing the hands wherever you like. Good, we're going to take the neck towards the right hand side and just take a little stretch here. Try to keep the shoulder blades nice and square, both pushing into the mat. That ear coming down. Good, little stretch. Inhale. And exhale. Breathing in, head comes back to center, and then move it to the other side, to the left side. See where you're at. How's the neck today? Sometimes we hold lots of stress and tension there. Try not to strain too much as we work through. Little push, and a little relax, a little yin, a little yang in our sequences today to get that little bit of power and a little bit of reset as we move. Next one, option is to continue with those crunches a little bit slower, holding at the top and coming down. Or you can do a little bit of like bicycle arms. So we lift up, then we switch, then we switch, and we reach elbow towards the knee. And you look at where my toes are tapping on the ground. Or if it feels a lot, you can bring the whole foot to the ground. So that would be our next option. And then what I wanted to show you, just relax for a moment, is option 3. If you did want to push it, I'll just take you right through to it. You can reach and you can extend the leg, and like this would be your option 3. So we'll all do option 2 and tap the toe, but then I'll give you an option of option 3. You don't have to take it, but that is option 3 if you wanted that little bit of extra power today. All right, but remember, you can go back and take a little crunch and come down, take a little break. You can do a lovely little twist and down, nice and slow, or you can take it a little bit quicker today. So we'll build up, we'll do all of them, but remember, just go back a stage if you need to. All right, let's take a nice little breath. Bend those knees, inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. We're going to reach the arms up above the body, interlace the fingers this time, roll the wrists. Just get a little bit of opportunity where you rub the forearms there, releasing any of that work you've done with the hands today, this week. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Separating the hands, bending at the elbows, and bringing the fingertips behind you. You've got it. So option 1 is inhale, lift, little hold like we did before. 3, 2, 1, and coming down. Good. If you'd like to take the first stage of the twist, inhale, we're going to lift. We're going to draw our left elbow to our right knee and drop everything down. Left elbow to right knee. Right elbow to left knee and down. Switch sides. Good. At your own pace. I'll count you down. For 5. Again, at your own pace. For 4. Inhale and exhale. 3, Two. Nice work, everyone. And last one on that side. Slowly bringing it down. Good. Little reset. Relax the neck down and reach the arms up. You've got to interlace the fingers, push the fingertips out, either staying there or reaching alongside the ears, and a little stretch of the spine. You've got it. Inhale. And exhale. Breathing in, let's flatten the lower back down into the mat. Slowly separate the hands and bring them back. You can bend the elbows and relax the head down. Beautiful. So you can do the same one, lift and bring the foot down, but this time we're going to do the little bit quicker. All right, up to you. When you're ready, we're going to start left elbow to right knee. Inhale. And tap the toes this time, lifting in the chest if you like. If not, go back and move a little slower, foot on the ground. You've got it. I'll count you down. You choose. 5. Don't forget to breathe. Maybe a little smile. 4. You've got it. Feeling that little bit of fire, that little bit of work. 2. Breathe. And finishing that last one. As quick or slow as you like. And down. Well done. Relaxing the neck down. This time we're going to wiggle the feet a little wider, outer edges of the feet, kind of it roughly in line with the outer edges of the mat, and drop the knees down towards the right hand side. Getting that lovely little twist. Love this one. And do this one often. You want to get a nice stretch of the neck. See if you can turn and look towards the left hand side. And another option is to reach the arms up alongside the ears, maybe grabbing the hands over the head if you like. 3. Breathing in. Use the breath to kind of get that length and the stretch. 2. And 1. Neck comes back to center. Knees come back to the middle. You've got it. Little yin, a little yang, a little twist. Again, option with the hands. You can have them down, just relaxing. You can have the neck to the center. You can take your gaze towards the right just to get a little reset there in the neck. And also, I love bringing the hands above because as I breathe, I get that lovely side body stretch. Totally up to you, though. Take it as you need it. Ready? Inhale. And exhale. A little pump today over me. Inhale. And exhale. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Slowly swinging the knees back, wiggling the feet in. You've got it. Let's lift the pelvis slightly and push that lower back down into the mat again. Beautiful. We can bend in the elbows. Last little one in this sequence, and bringing the hands behind the head. Remember, there's the option this time. We're going to all demonstrate extending the leg, but go back any one that you want. Even if you just did 1 or 2 crunches, if the core is feeling done, you listen to your body. So you do whatever feels good. Inhale. I'm going to lift. I'm going to twist over. I'm going to draw my left elbow to my right knee, and then I'm going to work and extend my left leg. Good. I'm going to lift, draw both knees in, and I'm going to twist and tap elbows and extend the other leg. So lifting and twisting, almost like you're cycling on a bike. Ready? If you want to work whatever pace or go back a stage, keep the knees bent. You do what suits you. Ready for 5. Again, at your own pace. Breathing in and breathing out. Don't forget. Don't hold the breath. 4. Inhale and exhale. 3. Nice one. Little smile in there. It's good. Finding that strength, tapping into that center point of the body. The vagal response. 2. And last one. Feel a little bit of a push. Woo! And bring both knees in. Relax the head down. You've got it. Love a little rock side to side like we did earlier. Head coming opposite directions. Good. For 4. Maybe really swing the neck this time to get that little bit of a release. If you felt that kind of stress in the neck, it happens. 2 and 1. Inhale, coming back to center. Slowly bring the feet down. You've got it. And from here, we're just going to wiggle the feet out again. We're going to drop the knees over towards the right-hand side. You've got the option to stay here and just soften and relax. perfect little way to get a nice little twist in. And if you wanted to continue, you can maybe take a next stage if it feels good. You don't have to, but keeping the same shape of the legs, maybe just lift that ankle and slowly bring it on the top of the leg. So we don't want it on the knee, just here, using it as a little bit of a sandbag to draw that knee down and get a little bit more stretch on the left-hand side. Again, genuinely only if that feels good to you today. Take it off if it doesn't. Remember, no pose needs to look any certain way. It might be a little higher up here. If it feels good and you feel like you're getting a stretch, work with it. And if it's setting off kind of a feeling that it doesn't feel right, just go back a stage. Remember, the practice is just there for you to find some stretch and breath, a little bit of movement and release in whatever your body needs today. Breathing in and out. Maybe turning the chin so that you're looking a little more towards the ceiling, working to get both shoulder blades pushing into the mat. Hands relaxing maybe on the belly here, breathing. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Breathing and relaxing in the forehead. And exhale. You've got it. Breathing in. And slowly exhale. Lovely. Let's wiggle that foot off if you've taken that option. Bring both knees back to center. Lovely. And drop them to the other side if you like. Again, just noticing how that feels for you in the legs. And the hips and the spine and the knees, everywhere, wherever you're feeling it. Just allow that to be. Staying there, perfect place to stay. Maybe seeing if you, again, can check in with the shoulder blades, kind of a little bit more pushing into the mat, you're getting that little bit of softness. And again, if you'd like to take the option, you can lift that foot, maybe bring the ankle and bring it down and drop the knee out. You've got it. So getting that little bit of openness, seeing if you get a little bit more in the twist, but again, it might look a little bit like this. It might be a little bit further down. You choose. Breathing in and breathing out, feeling that breath to the belly. Lovely little reset from our little bit of power in the core. 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Inhale, slowly bring everything away if you've taken the leg up, and bring both knees up. Absolutely lovely. Good job. We're going to walk the feet in, slowly draw the knees in, and we're going to get a little bit across of the feet. I'm going to invite you just to grab the toes and maybe draw the knees in and see if you can draw the nose in as you go and gain a little bit of momentum. Can you get a little bit of a rock forward and back? Get a little bit of movement here. Maybe bringing the body up and maybe dropping down, maybe bringing it back up. Don't worry if you're not quite there, but if you want to slowly lift up and come back, or bring the feet to the side and come all the way up to a nice cozy position in that upright stance if you like. Good. So again, coming up wherever way that you needed to today. Beautiful. Grab a little drink if you like. Cheers, everyone. A nice little bit of power to start. Beautiful job. So from here, we're going to slowly move into our tabletop position and just keep that little bit of movement going. Again, a lovely focus in the center, thinking about our core, getting a whole body stretch as we move today. And we're going to bring the hands nice and wide, shoulders in line with the wrists, knees in line with the hips. Perfect. So we're going to take a little sequence. We're going to go straight into it here, and we're going to flow a little quicker. We're going to sink down, tailbone towards the heels. Peel the body up into your cat. Good. Rotate the shoulders up and back. Take a nice little cow. Should feel good after a bit of our work. Inhale, draw in from the core, find that flat back. I'm going to take 2 extensions. Extend out, draw in from your core, bend the knee, draw it in. This is all core work. When we do these knees, drawing in and out, really nice. Inhale, drawing it in. Third one, take your step forward. Inhale. And take your big step forward. Use the hands to help you, wiggling that foot up. Maybe reaching the hands to the knees if the balance feels good. Use the wall or really bring the palms together, reaching up today, sinking down. Really drop those shoulders. Feel that length. Love a little back bend if you like. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. We're going to bring the hands in, dropping that left hand down and take that lovely open stance. Dropping the hands down, draw the shoulders down and away. Option to tuck that back heel and maybe extend. You can work the heel away, drive the front knee forward and maybe open and twist. Maybe a little smile, looking up, forward or down. Listen to whatever feels good today. 3, 2, and 1. Good. If you've taken the option to drop the knee, slowly drop it down. We're going to bring that right hand in the inside of that front foot and wiggle that front foot out slightly. We're going to take what we call lizard lunge. It's a little bit deeper into the hip joint. So again, finding a little bit of balance with the hands. You can be on the fists here, either having the chest lifted, sinking a little more. You can come down onto the palms, or if you've got the range and you want to go a bit deeper, maybe try and see if you can get down onto the forearms. And that knee's allowed to drop away, almost as if you're pushing it out. You can allow it to kind of drop out if you like. Just breathe wherever feels good to you, getting a little bit more depth into that hip. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Good. If you come to the forearms, lift back up. Inhale slowly. We're going to just extend, work the tailbone, wiggle that front leg in. Good. Knees coming to hip distance and sinking down to your child's pose. Nice work in that sequence. Inhale, peeling the body up, finding cat. Good. Rotate back, finding cow, staying for a breath. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Drawing in from your core, find that lovely flat back. Inhale, extend. Bend the knee, draw it in for 2. Love it. Inhale. That lovely flow. Good job. Nice little stretch after our little bit of power core work, drawing it in. And extend. Let's draw the heel down. Beautiful. Little sink into that knee. Use that core to come up and find that balance. Again, if you need a wall or a chair, no stress. Option as well to bring the palms together, maybe reaching up. Inhale. And sinking down, reaching back, maybe. Draw the shoulders down. 3. Good. 2. And 1. Bringing the palms in. Good. Right hand comes down. Get nice and wide. Reaching up. Drawing both shoulders down and away. So try not to collapse into that upper body. We want to feel like you're pushing into that hand, extending both arms out and driving that knee forward. Good. Inhale, option. As you exhale to tuck that back toes and maybe lift that heel if you want. We can work the back heel away and maybe drive that front knee forward slightly just to get a little bit more release into the hips. If it feels too much, just go back down. You know the deal. 3. Inhale and exhale. 2. And 1. Beautiful. Coming back down. And this time slowly bringing that hand, left hand coming in on the inside of that front foot. Maybe walk your other hand in so you feel a little bit more balanced. Good. You can wiggle that left foot out slightly towards the outer edge of that mat. Amazing. See how that feels if you just allow the pelvis to sink forward and drive that knee forward slightly. That feels okay. Stay there if that feels a lot. The other option here, you can either come up onto the fists if it feels too much, if you want a little bit more lift in the chest, down onto the palms, or coming down onto the forearms as you drive that front knee forward. Maybe untuck the back toes, up to you. I don't know why this side feels much tighter to me today. So if you need to do something different on each side, just honor it. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Inhale, slowly coming back up. You've got it. Just wiggle that tailbone back and wiggle the front foot with it. Coming down into your nice little child's pose. You've got it. Inhaling and slowly exhaling. Good. Inhale. Let's peel the body up to cat a little quicker this time. Finding your lovely little cow pose. And drawing in from the core, flat back. Good. We're going to do 2 of our extensions. Inhale, drawing it in, nose towards the knee. Inhale, extend. Nose towards the knee. And instead of stepping, this time we're going to extend and hold. We're going to play with our little balance from last week. So I want you to think about that hip. Is the right hip open? Can we draw in from the core and draw that right hip down? So you're thinking about drawing your inner thighs in and down. And you kind of have the heel now lifting, but we don't want the upper body sinking. We want to push into that hand, Draw in from the core, nice and long. Good. If that feels okay, stay. If it feels too much, bring the toes to the floor. If you want to build on it, reaching out with that left hand, keeping the extension in the leg, maybe reaching forward and holding, finding that long balance. Using the core here to do so. Quite a strong one. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bringing the hand down. The knee comes down as well, sinking into your child's pose. Good. Inhale, let's peel it up. Cat. Flowing up to your cow. Use it, feel it, enjoy it. Coming back to your flat back. Left leg extends. 1, drawing it in. Just let it feel. Move in the direction that you need it. Kick it up higher if you need to. It just feels good. And then extending and finding that lovely little alignment. So if the hip, notice my hip is open right now. I'm going to draw it down, 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 inner thighs in, and my leg's going to be longer rather than higher. And then I'm not going to dip in my spine and kick the heel up. I'm going to draw in from my core, push into the hands and feel really strong. It's kind of like that element when I say tuck that kind of floating rib in. You want that real strong, long spine. Nice job. Again, if this feels a lot or the wrists feel too much, come up onto the fists. You can drop the toes down. Or equally, if you're up for a little bit more, walk those right fingertips out. Feeling strong, keeping that hip drawing in, maybe extending the hand. Breathing in and out, relaxing the forehead. For 4, 3, using the core to help. 2, and 1. Slowly bringing both hand down, knee comes down, sinking down into child's pose. You got it. Good. Inhale, peeling it up. We're going to flow a little quicker, so just find me if you feel a little bit too quick. Out. Drawing in, finding your flat back. Inhale, extend, draw it in. Inhale, extend. Love a little contraction, like a little crunch, draw it in. And this time extending, bending that knee. Option to stay here. Option to walk the fingertips forward and stay. Reach back and see if you can grab those toes. Done a lovely back bend to start the class today. Maybe point the toes, push them into the hand, draw the shoulder blades in towards each other and see if you can get that little bit of a lift. Again, don't worry if it's not there today. 3, 2, and 1. Extending both arm and leg, bringing it down. Good. And we're going to just switch straight away to the other side. Extend the left leg, draw the knee in. Good. Inhale, extend. And exhale, draw it in. A little quicker. Inhale, extend. You've got a little bend to that knee. Draw in from the core and see. Maybe walk the fingertips out. Maybe reach and see. If you've got it, cool. If not, no stress, working in that direction. And if you've got the toes, push the toes in. Maybe lifting a little bit here in the chest. Lovely little back bend. 3, 2. Little smile, anyone reaching. And slowly bringing it down. And everybody meet me in a lovely child's pose. Option to keep the knees hip distance or take them wider. We're going to hang out. And you can hang out here a little more depth into the hips. Up to you. So if you're really tight, stay a little bit higher here. Come onto the forms. Maybe stack the fists and just relax the forehead here. And if, again, it feels okay to go a little deeper, allow the chest to sink down into the mat and find a lovely cozy chill out spot for the face. Deep breath in and out. You've got it. And if like me, I've got a lovely little October headache, lovely little sinusy vibes. I'm going to rock my forehead side to side, really pushing it in to get that lovely release of stress, tension. And maybe that little headache, that little intention I set today, that physical intention, check in. Again, if your hands are up on the fists, you can do the same. Just checking in. How's that physical intention going? What is it that you wanted to release? Is it starting to feel a little softer? Can you feel it a little more in the practice today? Breathing in and breathing out. Good. And anything emotional that came to mind, maybe if there's anything heavy, just allow yourself to release it here today. Setting a little reset button. Feel a little lighter as we finish the class and move into your Sunday, finishing the month. Nice fresh start in November. corner. Inhale, slowly begin to lift up, pushing into the hands, lifting in the tailbone. You've got it. And swing both knees in so that they're hip distance apart if you've taken them wider. Good. We're going to tuck those back toes, arch the spine, find cat pose, push into the hands, and then we lift into the knees and work to push the tailbone out. Begin by starting with the knees bend and push into those hands, find that length. Good. Little walking of those heels. Good. For 3. For 2. And 1. Lovely. Looking forward between the thumbs. You can come up to the tops of the toes. You can step or bend the knees and hop. Up to you, slowly fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. See if you can straighten the legs a little bit. Maybe draw the hands up the legs to get there. Bringing the elbows in. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees deep, swooping the arms wide, coming up to nice standing position. Bring the hands up alongside the ears, maybe a little back bend, and then tuck the pelvis under. Thumbs come in. Beautiful. Just take a nice slow deep breath here. And exhale. You've got it. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good job. And just seeing how you're feeling. Roll the shoulders up and down for me. I'm going to grab a little drink here. When you have a little second, get those shoulders going. So you can grab a little drink. Perfect. I'm going to take a little bit of power here. Sequence we did last class. But when I actually thought it was really good fun, a little bit of a challenge, but one that I think where we're working core today, it works just as well. So we're going to play a little bit with that sequence where we worked from, when you're ready, from goddess, we kind of pivot and we pivot. And then we have the option to come here and maybe lift and use the core to come into our warrior 3. And then we'll play with it. And then you know where we're headed, warrior 3. Maybe draw the knee in and play with dancer's pose. And if you know the wobbliness is there today, remember, if your balance is not feeling great, then that's just normal. Sometimes it could be anything from like a head cold. Our equilibrium can be thrown off in really small ways. Or if we're kind of out of practice, grab the corner of a chair. So don't be afraid to set yourself up for success, or move so you're close to a wall. You can do all of it that way. All right, I'm just gonna flatten out my mat, and we're gonna come to a lovely goddess and do a little stretch here, and then we'll move into that lovely little bit of our sequence. When you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up and bend down, coming down into a lovely goddess pose. So I want you to check if the feet are too close, you're going to get a diamond shape, and that's not what we want. We want it almost like more like sumo wrestler. Good. Arms down, and then stretch and extend the arms above you. Inhale and sink down. Maybe give yourself a little hug here. Lovely. Inhale, swooping it up, flowing, coming down. Inhale, swooping it up. And give yourself a hug. Good. Inhale, swooping it up. And this time, just bring the palms together for me and hands in. Good. Inhale. We're going to bend in the knees and sink. We're going to lift our left toes, and we're going to pivot that toe and so that you're facing forward on that right side. Inhale, pivot, coming back to center. And then we're going to just pivot the other direction. So lifting the right toes. The right heel sinking down, and we're going to pivot, and this time you got the option to shift the weight to that front leg and the toes lift. You can keep the hands here, you can bring them forward alongside the ears. Remember, drawing in from the core, dropping down, that left hip draws in, inner thighs towards each other, maybe lifting a little. Use the wall if you like, or reach forward and see if you've got that little bit of an extension here. Again, strong in the core, long, warrior 3, 3. Remember, the toes can be on the ground, 2 and 1. Take a really big step back and turn and pivot back to center. Good, straighten the legs for me. Take a breath in and exhale through the mouth. You've got it, breathing in. And exhale, bending the hips. Good, and pivot the other way. Palms come in if you like. So you can stay here in that lovely dip. You can shift the weight forward, maybe lifting the toes, maybe reaching the arms alongside the ears. And remember, we draw in from the core and we lift Maybe seeing if you can find that balance. If it's there, keep reaching. Oh, a little wobble for me. Dropping the hip down. 3. Steady breath. 2. And 1 big step back. And pivot. And squeeze in. Good. Now option, we'll do it a little quicker if you like. Inhale. And exhale, bend the knees. Pivot. Maybe lift. And hold. Take a big step back. Turn. Pivot to center. And pivot other way. Shifting the weight forward to the toes or reaching. Inhale. And exhale. You've got it. Big step back. And pivot. And squeeze. Coming back up to a nice tall position. You've got it. Rotate the shoulders up. And back. Find that breath. For 3. For 2. And 1. Good. Taking the neck side to side as well. Just a little moment here. A little release will definitely work. Get a nice stretch in the neck at the end. Good. Coming back to center. All right. As we move this time, I'm going to give you the option to move into dancer's pose. So we're going to inhale and exhale. I'm going to bend the knees. You can either do it with me or watch. We're going to pivot towards the right hand side. We're going to shift the weight forward. You can stay here. You can lift. Maybe bend that knee and draw it in so that the knee is in line. Playing with balance. Again, you can use the hand on the hips and the hand on the wall. Maybe grab the toes here, just like we did on the floor, staying, or you can push the toes into the hand. We draw both shoulder blades back into each other and maybe lift in the chest. The knee lifts a little bit. And maybe if the balance is there, leaning forward, potentially reaching that hand out. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly drawing it in and taking a big step back and pivoting it out. Good. We're going to do the other side. So again, pivot. You've got the option to lift. Maybe lift a little higher. Finding that lovely bit of warrior 3. Bending the knee, using that core to come up. And maybe seeing if you can keep that balance steady, grabbing the toes. Inhale. And exhale, take your time. Maybe working the knee back, pushing the toes into the hands, getting a lovely little stretch here, thinking as we worked on the floor, maybe reaching the other hand out. Up to you, maybe dipping a little further. Again, drawing that hip down. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Coming back up. And then taking a big step out and pivot back to center, squeezing in those inner thighs. Well done, team. So we'll do that sequence just a little bit quicker. You can play with it. You can leave things out. You can keep the feet on the ground. And we're going to float through a lovely, lovely little stretch to finish. All right? When you're ready, breathe with me in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale. And exhale. Ready? Let's do this. Bend the knees. Little pivot. Shift the weight. Warrior 3. Good. Maybe bending the knee, bringing the hands in, grabbing the toe, and extending. 3, 2, and 1. Releasing, maybe taking a big step back from there or draw the knee in. When you're ready, and good. Inhale, shift the weight. Maybe taking it forward. The leg doesn't have to be extended. It's up to you. Maybe coming in, draw that knee in, grabbing the toes, and moving maybe a little more fluid now that you know where you're headed. Into your dancer's pose. 3, 2, 1. Remember, we're taking a step back. So take that big step back. Love a little pivot. And just work to come to standing. Beautiful. Inhale. Slowly turn the toes to face in. Exhale. Reaching forward. Inhale. And slowly reaching. Come down, allowing the chin to draw down, the hands to relax, and just let the weight Slowly, slowly come down, trusting gravity, allow the chin to draw in and just feel heavy. You've got the option here, if the fingertips make it to the mat, just let them relax. If they don't, maybe grab opposite elbows. And maybe even bring the fingertips in between the knees if you like, bending in the elbows and draw the chin through. If there is anybody who knows how to do tripod headstand and fancies it today, you're welcome to go there. This is a good place to get to it from, but no worries if not. 3, 2, and just breathe, and 1. Inhale, take your time to come to a little bit more of a flat back. We're going to wiggle the heels in, slowly see if you can walk the hands forward, shifting the weight, and then bring the knees in, coming into your tabletop. Good, we're going to take a little cow pose. Breathing in, and as we exhale, slowly untuck the toes and sink down into a nice child's pose. Knees can just be hip distance apart and allow everything to soften down. Beautiful, rocking that forehead, pushing it into the mat, feeling that nice little neck stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to center, just softening. Inhale, we're going to lift up in the chest with the hands and walk the hands over towards the right hand side. So you've got an option here just to keep the hands extending out, out, out. If it feels too much, as you allow the head to rest on the arms, walk the hands back slightly into the middle. Otherwise, you can take that left hand on top of the right as well. Work to extend and get that lovely stretch across the side body. Remember, whatever you do, just make sure that the cheeks or the head feel really cozy and soft on the arms. Breathing deep. Feel that breath to the belly. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming back to center. You've got it. Walking the hands over, this time towards the left. Again, you can have the hands separate, reaching out. If it feels too much, come back more towards the midline. You can lift that right hand and bring it on top of the left. Just sinking down into the hips, allow the head to soften and feel that stretch all across the right side. Come into the armpits and the side body. You might feel it in a different area. Everybody's different, but just breathe here. In and out. And as you breathe, notice the compression of the belly, that lovely massage of the internal organs as we breathe deep, getting that nice side stretch. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in, coming back to that center point, reaching forward. And slowly, slowly just begin to peel the body up into a little bit of a cat position. Draw the chin in towards the chest. Feel that lovely pull across the shoulder blades. And when you're ready, swing the feet to the side and come up to a nice upright position, sitting on your mat. Oh, nice job, everyone. Nice little stretch. And again, we focused a little bit on the core today, where we did some twists and we worked a little bit on the obliques and the abs. But what I wanted to think about here is that in holistic healing, that's where we hold like our Manipura chakra, and it's often associated with the color yellow. And it is one that kind of connects the vagal nerve, kind of that it moves all the way through, connects with our gut health and our belly, but also that's the part of the brain it activates with our self-confidence, our self-worth, and just kind of moving forward and activating that. So hopefully maybe thinking about that center, the center of you, your core, knowing that you've got everything that you need to move through as we move into this November and this wintry Christmassy season. So, you know, trusting your gut, trusting that center, trusting the core of you, and using that as a strength in any times that feel a little bit wobbly. All right, the little theme today. We're going to bring our hands down, close the eyes, and just begin to take a nice slow deep breath in. And slowly, slowly exhale. We're going to draw the chin down towards the chest. And just keeping the spine long. Just see if you can feel a nice stretch along the neck. Inhale, slowly bring the head up. And exhale, look up towards the ceiling. Inhale, slowly bring the chin down to center. Good. We're going to take our right ear towards our right shoulder and just see how that feels. Feels tight. Maybe today use your left hand to rub in to the shoulders and the neck. Don't be afraid to give yourself that little massage. Wherever it feels good, up the neck, maybe down the shoulders, rub it and give yourself a little bit of a release here. It can't hurt yourself. Just listen, feel where it feels tense. Maybe doing this in the shower later as well, before bed. 3, 2, and 1. Bringing that hand down. Inhale, take it slow. Always, always soft with the neck. And dropping the ear down to the other side. Eyes tight today. Inhale, staying there, or you may be using the right hand this time to give yourself that little bit of a release. Ooh. Moments like this that remind me, sometimes I feel like such a treat to like book a massage or something, but it feels so good after if you do take care of yourself or find some space or a little extra money to do so. Maybe those little bit. That's a target or an intention to set. A little self-care. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Slowly bringing the head back to center, relax the shoulders down. Good. And just noticing if you feel any extra release there. Really nice job. Good. And then we're going to take our pointer fingers, our middle fingers, and just get that lovely head massage. Just get into that space, pushing from between the eyebrows in and around them, and then bringing the hands up and giving yourself a few little circles in the temples. Nice job. Again, so we come to the space between the eyebrows. I come a bit closer, and you take that lovely little circle here, half circle, feeling it anywhere that you need to feel it, and then taking those circles. Let's get that release. Nice work. Inhale and exhale. Lovely. And then we're going to do again, top of the nose and under, just feeling anywhere you've got that kind of tightness or working along the cheekbones, and if you've got any sinus, maybe taking a few circles at the top of the nose here and just moving down a little bit. Good job. Listen to the body. Remember, using your intuition and trusting, and then maybe coming down that final bit of movement. That silly little movement in the jaw, but honestly, it is just worth its weight in gold. So move that jaw. And then just allow the jaw to come a little bit softer. That's what you're after. Soften face, little upper body relaxed, and the body feeling a little bit more like you've had time to move and sweat and release. From here, I'll invite you just to join me for a nice slow deep breath in and slowly exhale, closing the eyes and just staying still for a moment. Just coming back to the beginning of the class. 2 little questions. Just how do you feel physically? Is there any shift or change, or is there anything that you can do this week to continue to kind of massage that need? And how are you feeling emotionally? Where are you today? Inhale nice and slow through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Just release. And just check in if there's any little bit of quiet or peace you can take with you today as you move emotionally through the rest of the weekend. For some of us, the end of a half term, or moving into the next month. Take a little bit of that peace, a little bit of that slow, steady breath with you. One last cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. And before you find your favorite spot for Shavasana, I invite you just to turn the outer edges of the mouth up and find a little smile. Well done for meeting yourself today and giving yourself a bit of time out. And find your Shavasana, and I'll take you through a little relaxation to finish your session today. As you find that Shavasana pose just at the beginning, either lie on your backs, get cozy back in bed, you can lie on a sofa, check in if you can wiggle or extend the legs or bend the knees to see if anything feels better today. And then just find a place of stillness. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. And today, with a focus on our Manipura chakra, our solar plexus, I just thought I'd read some affirmations, really powerful and connected to today's practice and to that space in the body. Our solar plexus chakra affirmations. I value myself, and I do know what is best for me. I am strong, and I am resilient. I am worth all of the good and wonderful things that I desire. I own my power and recognize the strength and beauty of who I am. I believe in myself. I confidently share my talents, my kindness, and my gifts. And I am a powerful source of love and light. I am the embodiment of inner peace and confidence, and I courageously shine my unique light. I accept myself as I am. And that is your reminder that you truly are awesome and perfect and beautiful and wonderful just as you are. Breathing in and slowly breathing out. I invite you to either stay a little longer if it feels good, or move in any way that feels good and make your way to the rest of your day. All my love, as always. See you soon.